Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Reaper today on World Tanks Console. And what we're doing on World Tanks Console today, guys, is well, is it too obvious or is it not obvious enough that we are doing a tank review of the Russian Soviet built series of T-26 light tanks. Yeah, this is a light tank that we're going to be doing a review today about. And after that, one more Russian tank left. It's the Motortazgo T-45. And then we're going to be moving on into the Chinese. The wonderful Red Dragon. Or is it Red Dragon? I don't know. But let's get right into some of the stats of this little light tank. We're going to take it out into a battlefield, see how she performs, and all that good stuff, guys. So let's get right into it. Standardly, with the standard AP rounds gets 58 meters of penetration. The AP SOAR gets 92 meters of penetration. HE 19. Damage is 40 for both the AP and APCR. And HE gets 50 damage. Max hit points is 180. Max speed is 41 miles per hour. Range is 316. And concealment 338. First of all, this was a tech tree tank until, Wargaming did remove tier 2 tanks and tier 1s, which makes no freaking sense. But hopefully they bring them back. Please, Wargaming, if you're watching these videos, please bring them back. I really want to see more of these tier 2s and stuff in everybody's hands. But first of all, this tank does have 3 options of 3 different guns. Now, as you can see, I picked the top gun because, for one, mostly, a lot of times the top gun is somewhat more better than all the others. But the first gun, it gets a 37mm B3 gun, rate of fire 26.65, accuracy at 100 meters 0.45, damage 36, penetration 40, and carry up to 160 rounds. Not bad. Next gun is a 45mm 20K gun. Its rate of fire is 26.65, accuracy at 100 meters 0.45, damage 47, and penetration 51. You can carry up to 136 rounds, which is a little bit less than the other gun. Now, this gun is a little bit better. It's the 37mm Zis 19 gun. Rate of fire 26.65. That's actually the same rate of fire of all the other guns, so it really doesn't matter which gun you pick up with rate of fire. But the accuracy at 100 meters is 0.38, which is looking to be a little bit more better than all the others. The damage, we did said what the damage is. The only one that outdoes the top gun is the 45 20K gun. Does better with damage, but with penetration, the Zis 19 gun gets a little bit more better penetration than the other one. But you do get 140 rounds, where this one 160, so the stock gun would be the best one with rounds, but not the best with both damage, penetration, accuracy, and stuff like that. Where the top gun, it gets, well, not as good as damage than the 20K gun, but, well, I still like it. It's still a very decent gun. My equipment I put on this tank is improved ventilation, crew performance 5%, track system max speed is 10%, chassis and hull rotation speed is also 10%, and advanced powertrain max speed is 5%, max horsepower is also 5%. Consumables, I put repair kit, first aid, and fire extinguisher. Never know when you're going to need those. And I put 130 rounds of AP, 5 rounds of APCR, and 5 rounds of HE. And let's cover the commander real quick. This is my normal Russian commander, so I put him in all my Russian light tanks. He has green thumb, 10% increase to vehicle camo factor when in a forge or bushes and trees. Yes, if you knock down a tree, you could actually use that knocked down tree as camo factor for your tank. It's pretty good when you're playing tank destroyers, or if you're playing any kind of like light tank and stuff like that. Next one is green camouflage expressed 10% increase to your vehicle camo factor One is pretty good when you're sitting in a bush, and this one right here, this one actually helps you when you're on the move. So it helps you keep your camera factor up while on the move. Well, it was saying 10% increase to your vehicle camera factor. Yeah. So basically, when you're on the move, it keeps your camera factor at 10% anytime. And this one is a 10% increase to when you're sitting in bushes and stuff like that. And let's get right back into the tank, and let's cover the armor. What I've been saying, even though it's a light tank, it's always good to know your armor thickness. Because like I've always been saying, armor thicknesses are sometimes very stupid in some regards. Because sometimes you could bounce with a light tank, depending on the angle the armor is and everything else. You can sometimes bounce a shell. Now, I'm not going to say this is going to be a guarantee to doing all the time. Light tanks are more better with scouting, spotting, and all of that other stuff. But you know, let's get right into this little T-26's armor. First of all, it gets 6 meter thickness, which is the engine roof deck, the belly of the tank, and near the gun. 10 meter thickness, which is the roof of the turret, the upper braces, the roof of the firing compartment, the underneath the turret, and the tracks, which tracks does like space armor, and the gun. And that's basically it. 15 meter thickness, which is the lower braces, the drivers and machine gun port, the gun mantlet, the sides of the hull, the rear, the butt of the tank, and also the sides and rear of the turret. And like I said, the lower braces in the middle bit, like the middle braces or whatever you want to call that, is also 15 meters thick of armor. But with all that said there, guys, about this little light tank, this little Russian light tank, how does she perform in a battlefield? Does she perform pretty good? Well, let's take her out and you can see how good she could be in a gameplay. I'll see you guys there. Bye for now. So we're back, guys. Yep, on Helmsdorf, pretty much a city map, which, well, to be honest, most light tanks don't perform well in city maps. But because since this is a low-tiered light tank, it doesn't really matter how it performs on a city. Well, you're going to find out. Though I usually don't like getting a city map with my light tanks most of the time, especially when it's more of the higher tiered light tanks, because when you go into the higher tiers, light tanks need bushes. They need cover to use their stealth for their advantage. Now, somewhat it could be done in a city map, but, well, that just depends on how you play the light tank in a city map. So yeah, we're pretty quick. We do get spotted, and I do spot something, and I do take one hit from that locust. I think that is. Yeah, that's an M22 locust. Looks like we are bottom tiered, so yeah, nothing really too big obvious there. From having a few tier 3s in the game, like only like 4 tier 3s, 3 on my team. Actually, no, that's more than 4. Yeah, that is more. That is more than 4 the tank. But still, we actually get one shot into the locust right there. That was a good shot. I kind of want to stay covered right here, but I kind of don't, because especially after right there. Yep, that's Artie after me. Oh boy, and Artie could be down the road down that way. Here comes the BT-2. That's another Russian Soviet light tank. We stop right here. We're aiming. What? That bounce? Oh. Huh. Okay. That bounce, apparently. So far, we only damaged one guy. And at this point, I was thinking maybe this might not become a good game. Because I didn't really feel like I did much in this game. Except just drove around a few times. But you probably wouldn't have gotten this game if I didn't think it wasn't. But, like I said, I thought it wasn't going to be until the end, and you're just going to watch until the end of the battle to find out why I posted. Or should you? I don't know. But we do come out. We do see a T-26, but one shot into him, killed him. Those things are deadly if they're kept alive. And we bounced around off the Panzer II. And we actually damaged Panzer II. Our shot went, I don't know where it went. We actually put one into that Japanese light tank. And he gets taken out. So I'm thinking about, let's go get that Panzer II. Or maybe let's have a clear road towards Arty. Arty Party. Everybody likes the Arty Party, do they? Actually, no, everybody hates Arty Party, but wow. Don't tell the people that plays Arty Party that people hate them. Or do they? Well, we missed our shot on the Panzer II because he was behind all of that rubble. So there was no other that I could have done. And we still see the Panzer II, and I was thinking, should I go for the Panzer II or should I go for Arty? It's a option, especially a big one, and then especially finding out there's another enemy tank right there, a 7TP. I was thinking about going for 7TP and still I seen Arty. So I stopped. Didn't really fully aimed in, but I still hit, and I did it again. And again. I locked aim, hit his tracks, got my engine taken out by a tank up on the hill, which is a light tank. First I thought it was a 7TP, because I wasn't paying attention too much of the minimap. My mistake. But don't make that same mistake like I do. It probably could have cost me, but it didn't cost me. Sometimes that could probably cost you your tank if it was a higher tier gameplay. But I'm going up here because I want to get this tank. It is a French light tank, which, believe it or not, is supposed to be light tanks, but I don't know. I'm cautious to go around the corner because I didn't want to get tracked or damaged too much, because this thing still had a pretty decent amount of health. We see it, we locked on, we bounced a shot before we could reload. He gets taken out, and we actually survived. Pretty decent. I know. We survived the game and actually got a victory out of it. And came third place on my team. That's the reason why I guess I showed this, because I did pretty well in it. But I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.